Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Summit Qualifiers for the Summit. Oh, wait, hold up. No, the Southeast Asian Qualifiers for the Summit 7. Man, I messed that one up. Sorry about that one, folks, but we're here. It's Game 2, Faceless versus Geek Fam. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1. Faceless did end up dropping down. A 1-0 lead for Geek Fam, so Faceless on the verge of elimination after being dominant in C for so long. This is a little bit of a surprise in this one. But again, Lyrical as well as Ryu, you two casters for this one. And Ryu, they went back for the Monkey King Lena opening. Do you still like this decision for Faceless?
Well, seeing that it's against a Slardar Lifestealer Nyx Assassin, I'm starting to quake in my boots. Oh boy, I'm not sure what they want to do now for Faceless. You might want to get the Terrorblade at this rate. You need somebody that has a huge armor pool, but playing Terrorblade against Nyx can sometimes be bad if he scouts you out. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do for Faceless off lane this time, because Sand King, I feel it's a decent hero, but I don't think it's like the best hero for the off lane in situations. And Ice, he did a really good job split pushing last game, but his impact in team fights was kind of minimal.
No, it's true. I felt like they were sort of pushed into this position where they didn't have the game that they wanted for their heroes. Like, you think back to the way that it should have gone. It was them being aggressive with the Lena able to respawn, get back into the fight. You know, Ice starts it all out well, and Disruptor is just inherently one of those heroes that you are more likely to want to be aggressive on, and it just doesn't end up happening. And now I'm looking at this draft for Geek Fam. It already feels like they have great ways to take fights, but it's also like a pickoff lineup. If they wanted to go for, I mean, I don't think that they go for a split push style that much, but they can kind of do a lot of things with this draft at this point.
Yep, they have a lot of sustain coming in from the Witch Doctor heal now. He can add a lot of more. The thing right now with Geek Fam is they have like stun team. You look at this lineup, you're like, okay, they're just the stun machines. Whereas Faceless, they have some stuns and whatnot, but their heroes are kind of squishy in regards. Whereas, you know, Geek Fam, they have heroes that can get in and out quickly. They scout around the map, but I really do like this pick. Enigma here. It's going to open up this game, I feel, because there's 3 melee heroes. There's nothing that can really cancel the black hole right now. I think this is the perfect pick. Surprisingly, they banned the Anti-Mage instead of the Terrorblade. Maybe they just feel like... I know Black can play Terrorblade, and a pretty darn good one, too. Very surprised that they don't pick it. Maybe they just... Maybe they've practiced against each other and scrimmed against each other, where Faceless, they get punished pretty heavily. And then, like we saw last game, they went aggressive tri-lane, and they did very well. So if Faceless pick up the Terrorblade now, then maybe they'd get aggressive and lose their tri-lane like they did last game. But it's not going to happen. You're going to get the Chaos Man.
This is so interesting. Just real quickly, I'm not crazy, right, that like before Black or Ice gets BKB, they can just like spike Carapace and then blink into the black hole, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. That's the only thing that, like, that. I mean, you talked about a lot of stuns on this team. It feels like that's going to be a pretty good answer to Enigma, at least until he gets the BKB. And then they don't have anything. They don't have any answer to it at all. But the CK, we saw a great CK the other day where he went for a really early Hand of Midas, but that was also against a team that was running 3 Hand of Midases. To me, this Geek Fam lineup feels like they want to try and get aggro really early on. It could even take... You know, I'm not exactly sure, but just a heavy-hitting tower dealing damage hero and then run it away before Faceless can respond.
Yeah, they might be thinking about, do they want to get a Storm Spirit? Do they kind of want to split up the map a little bit, get more pickoffs? Do they want to have another vehicle for Lifesteal? They don't really need one. What else can they really pick in this situation? Do they kind of want to... What do they really want to do for this last mid-hero? Tinker's ban, TA's ban, those
Ember,
are
maybe?
Decent picks. Ember it's decent in this game, definitely, but it gets crushed completely by Lena early on.
Okay.
So if you have a really bad laning stage for Ember, it's really hard for him to catch back up potentially, and then Faceless just have these Midases to work with, and then they're just scaling really well into the late game. So instead, they're gonna have a hero that does well in the mid game or in the mid lane against Lena. Dusa here and it's very strong against the Chaos Knight images. You just gaze them, and then they should just be able to die quickly. You also got the split shot for the illusion, so I want to see how this hero works, because Faceless did kind of pick greedy. Enigma and then the Chaos Knight, I feel like both of these heroes are going to go for a Midas. It depends on how Faceless plays, I guess.
Yeah. They might need to switch things up and change it around, and we've seen how aggressive Geek Fam do want to try and stay. And I feel like I've even seen games where Teehee has played Medusa and gone a Blink Dagger before too long to just make sure that they get the Stone Gaze off onto somebody. I don't know if that's something that they decide to go for here, but it seems like that might be a way if they wanted to still play this aggro to do it. Maybe you like go Dragonlance into it or something else like that. But for now, at least, we've got a lot of aggro. We've got a ton of physical damage. Faceless on the other side of it do have a decent amount as well, but it feels like they're playing more for the late game. Do you have a lineup that you like a little bit more in this instance?
I like the Dusa idea of trying to counteract Black Hole. If you ulti and then, like you said, you can blink or just move in front of the Enigma, it'll cancel the Black Hole after 2 seconds. But at the same time, if this Dusa does get shut down, or if the Faceless, they eventually get a refresher on the Enigma in this game, I feel like they could be having a very hard time. I really want to see how this works. I want to see if Faceless play as aggressive as they did last game. That's going to be my tempo, because if you're against a Nyx Assassin and you let the Lifestealer plus Nyx Assassin dictate the pace of the game, I think you're going to lose.
I love this decision by Geek Fam as well to try and move in here with 5, see if they can find a pickoff. And God, if they run into Black right now, it looks like they're heading over in this direction. He's going to be blocked off at least a little bit. And well, Raji, he was the playmaker for them in the last game. 10-10 moving over as well. He's going to have a cask, not quite within range as of yet. I think Black does make it to his tower, but still invading the jungle. This should allow them access to the rune, and well, I think Faceless get away with one there.
If Faceless had any other hero, I feel, in that situation, they would probably be dead. 325 movement speed starting out with Chaos Knight. It's very hard for him to catch up. Boots first on the Slaughter, 335, so it's only 10 less on the Chaos Knight, but still, it's just able to run away. Else, if it was a 300 movement speed hero, they would have got stunned, and that would have been first blood.
We're taking a look at the little dog, Monkey King Courier. He's going to be heading around, trying to get himself into a decent position to snipe this chicken that's coming out from Geek Fam, and they might actually just get it. Monkey King, this is the exact same play that he made last time, but Teehee wisely going to move into position, pick up the salve himself, and then go back to lane. So good heads-up play there by Geek Fam.
It's the sacrifice for the range creep play.
Yeah, I think that's okay. God, oh, and Nuts has actually decided to go for the early point up in Jingu Mastery. This isn't what we end up seeing always in the Monkey King build, and I think part of the reason for it is because you normally go for like a poor man's shield if you want to play this route.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to have this roaming style Orb of Venom and then you go for Jingu Mastery. I don't necessarily like that, but he's just gonna probably come top, harass the Nyx Assassin now, and then he's just going to try and leech 2. So it's not too bad at the end of the day, as long as he gets level 2 or something. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, you have Enigma just constantly getting harassed by Slardar. What?
Okay. There was a collection of misplays there. I caught the whole thing, never you fear. But
I was watching the 1v1 versus Slardar and Enigma. I didn't think that was going to happen.
I mean, the big thing...
What happened?
Well, this is the thing that's weird about it, is that it's Ice 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 who's playing the Monkey King with XY on the Enigma, and he decided to run in and try and zone out Velo, but like overestimated the amount of lifesteal he would get from his right clicks, and then Velo just killed him. I mean, I think that he realized at that point that he was going to die regardless because the Nyx had boots and he didn't have any way to get away. But definitely not the way that you want this to go for Ice 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 at the start. Oh, the juke. Oh, the play! He's on the bounty rune, but Velo knows what's up. He's going to take the bounty rune away instead. Actually, Ice 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 does get that one. But it might be the death of Velo. Goes for the Spike Carapace. Trying to get out of here. The Jingu has stacked up, but still only level 1. Ice can't run him down.
He's coming back. He's coming back. I want the Nyx. Give me the Nyx. Nope. but that's gonna help Velo. Interesting enough, Velo is already level 3, and he's going to go for this early Orb of Venom. I wonder, or is he?
Who's this now?
Huh. Wow, that's funny. Velo and the offlane here for the Nyx. He got the Orb of Venom, and then he's gonna try and, when the Monkey King kind of comes up and hits him and stuff, he's gonna try and hit him back and slow him down. It's a kind of interesting way to approach. You can also harass him in the laning. Oh my god, there's so many people here.
They're diving. Slardar has shown up though as well. It's a 3-second stun, so that will stop any of this action from coming through. But yeah, very close situation there, as they did end up canceling the TP from Slardar.
Yep. Slardar is still only level 1. Monkey King is still only level 1. All the supports are just trying to desperately find levels this game.
Yeah, hasn't been the best for him. But nonetheless, I'm getting a little bit of lag. Are you having any of that? I heard that there was something going on with the servers a little bit earlier.
Luckily enough, mine's fine, but who's not fine is probably Veil. Well, if he hits a 2-man stun, they have Mango.
He does still have Spike Carapace as well, but doesn't get it off. Trying to get out of here. Is going to get the Spike Carapace. Still running away. Ah, that is that balance ranged. You'll love to see it.
Yep, if he had gotten the Spike Carapace off while the stun was flying out, he would have mitigated a lot of the damage. Unfortunately, he didn't do it at the right time, and then he bit bit the dust.
This'll come in handy.
It's gonna. Oh, this war. Oh no, never mind. That's a bad word. He knows he's up there though.
Yeah.
Would have been funny if he stunned him, but.
I mean, he still does have the spiked if he wants to use it. We'll pop it there, but I mean, Nyx has still had a great time so far. He's level 4. You can see he's even ahead of the Enigma, who's just been juggling this entire time.
Yeah, the Enigma, he had like 2 waves bottom lane because he kept denying the range creeps, so he was able to finally get the creeps at the tower in the bottom lane. So, but then eventually he ran out of mana, he had to go away, and then now it's Geek Squad. They're trying to make a play on the mid lane, onto Jabs.
I want to find this. There's still some action going on up in the top lane as well, but it looks like Jab's going to be the one that gets taken down here, and Medusa needed this kill in a bad way. It's actually going to be Net that picks it up. Teehee, I mean, he's level 5, but is getting a little bit of a detriment to the CS, as Velo in the top needs to hit a big stun here, is going to connect, but, well, maybe he can get out of here. He's super dead.
Yeah, with that extra Crystal Nova, his fate was sealed. Meanwhile, the Eidolons are killing everyone.
That's a lot of damage. So, the other story of this game, Sionix getting complete and total free farm. He has inverted CS with the CK there for a second, 23 to 32, and I mean, Lifestealer is a hero that can come online really quickly. We've seen a lot of Midases first. This is going to be the more traditional build from Sionix, going for the early armlet, and I would imagine trying to get active pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff kind of queued up here from Sionix. Normally you don't even go for a wand on Lifestealer. Even going for infused raindrops isn't something I see a lot. Normally you just go for 1 or 2 clarities, put them in your backpack, and then that's kind of like all the mana sometimes you need. But he's like, when you signal that you want to get these items, you're definitely not going Midas. Jabs though, it's gonna get rotated on behind. He doesn't have the Kurt,
all right,
greedy.
That's fine. Okay, they get the stun. This might still be the death of him. No, Monkey King comes in, boundless strike, good play. Roger still gonna chase, gets the light strike array, but a little bit of a misplay there. He is gonna take a ton of damage from the Maledict, and that might be enough to find the kill onto Jabs. Regen rune popped. Is he gonna be enough? No. The last hit there came in from Raji to secure the kill, and now with Black there in the area as well, they secure the kill with Nuts.
That's fine. They'll take that trade. Slardar for Lina any day. And this is just showing how you can punish the Lina when Geek Squad are just making really good plays, rotating around. You have Lina is pretty fast when you have those fiery souls stacked up, but now faster than a Slardar who has tranquil boots already, and then just rotating around.
Ooh, if they could kill the Enigma here, it's a tough one. He needs to move forward pretty far out of position. It looks like XY is going to play it well. There's a back out there. But yeah, it's definitely feeling like right now Geek Fam getting the more out of the laning phase. 1,500 net worth and experience lead, but we're still waiting for those first couple of engagements to spark off. And how do you see those working out? Like with level 6, can Lina start to make a move? As we are going to miss a kill on the Enigma down bottom?
I was just letting you talk.
Okay, no problem.
These kills don't matter. Meanwhile, Ice, I got this kill. See him biting the dust.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Death by Orb of Venom. All right, well, that's your fault.
No, look. All right, hold up. No, because you said ice. So I looked at the Monkey King.
They keep these stupid tags of 3 ices, dude. All right, I knew it was nuts after I said the fact, but it's so annoying when they have these.
Yeah.
Literally all these names in their name.
Well, Jabs, in the meantime, is going to be brought down here. It looks like the Maledict damage comes down. Tried to take off and kill off that Witch Doctor. Was able to secure that one, but now Raji in some trouble as well. Does manage to get the crush off. Connects onto 2, sprinting away. The stun. No, he's going to be gone. And now Teehee, a little bit of trouble as well. They spot that there's a ward up on the high ground with this sentry and end up forestalling any more damage.
Yep, time to shrine up. Give me some of that. Then back to the jungle, CM goes. Oh, nope. They're going to smoke, play. Do they have... Wow, this Deuce has no ulti. That is some greedy stuff.
16 wand charges, Laguna Blade. That's no way out.
Well, that's just one of those plays that can happen if you don't know when the shrine is up. He's like, all right, so I just got all these enemies really low. They're going to have to go back and heal, but wait, there's shrines in the game. That happened. Nyx is scouting out the rune. He didn't get it. Black did. Are they going to... Monkey King TPing top. They want to find a Nyx.
And Nyx is playing this one. Like, they're in the area to go onto or Nuts again. Nuts. Spike Carapace. Good play there from Velo. Is it enough? He gets the kill. Nicely done. Boundless Strike, though, and Laguna Blade will secure the return kill.
Yep, that was a little bit too greedy from the Nyx. He should have just waited a little bit longer. Normally in those situations, you see the CM and they're like, okay, well, it's nice and all to go for the kill, but you should at least go on the high ground. It wasn't like his ulti was running out anytime soon. You should get a little bit more vision and then make sure the area is secure. If he had just went to the high ground, you would have seen the Lina there, and then he would have promptly either not gone for the CM kill or would have positioned better for it so that Lina doesn't get the kill on him.
Well,
yep.
10-10. XY, they dropped the black hole. There is no cask right now because 10-10 still has on cooldown, but XY is still going to die. Sionix just walks away. It's an interesting build from this Witch Doctor. Look at him. He's level 4. Didn't actually have that second point in Paralyzing Cast. Just got level 4 there, but it's been maxing Maledict instead.
Yeah, they just want to get the kills early on. It's a really nice build to have. It secures a lot of these kills that you otherwise wouldn't have, like that Lina kill earlier on.
Yeah.
If you had heal, they wouldn't have got the kill. So I like the aggressive approach. And all they really needed was maybe one big TP from the Lina bottom lane, and then they would have gotten maybe a double or triple kill. So right now, Faceless, you can see from their early game, they are a little bit tilted where they're just not rotating properly and helping out their allies.
And the other thing is they realize Black Hole's on cooldown, so they want to make something happen right here in the mid lane. The only hero not in the area is the Witch Doctor. Now Vela. Okay. Everybody has pretty full information. I don't know right now. I don't think Geek Fam spotted the Monkey King. He's in the air, but they're right by him. Velo is not scouted.
I bet you guys $1,000 right now, everybody in Twitch chat, that CM places a sentry ward right now. If I'm wrong, all of you guys owe me $1,000. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be rich in one day, or I'm gonna have to owe everybody my whole life.
Black doesn't get it. They don't drop it. You owe everybody money, and in some trouble right now. Faceless, possibly Raji, gonna be able to walk away from this one. Jabs finds that one kill. Velo still trying to run away from this, has a stun in a couple of seconds, but they have enough to find the kill nonetheless. Sionix will make his escape. But I guess that's the downside of having a Medusa who can't really get in the fight in the same way.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Geek Squad, they decided to take the team fight when they had no Witch Doctor there, and then they just couldn't really position themselves to get the Medusa in the backlines. And the Medusa still doesn't have Stone Gaze. So... And normally, the reason why I was talking about the CM placing a sentry ward is because there's normally going to be a Nyx assassin going on somebody, and potentially there could be a ward behind the tower too.
Oh, they do have a sentry ward down now. Unfortunately, it's still going to be the death of Nuts as 3 heroes rotate, and there was no way out of that one for the CM.
Yeah, that's the sentry I was talking about. Meanwhile, top lane and TP away. Infest. There we go. Too slow.
Oh my God, that was really close.
It's like split second too slow because you have to turn around to do that play. If it was a creep that was like a little bit closer, it would have been a kill.
Dire's top tower is under
Well,
attack.
in the meantime, you still have, I would say, a great start for Geek Fam. You know, they're almost 3,000 net worth ahead. You're coming online with these heroes, and in some ways, I would say that maybe this is even the timing when Faceless should be able to do more with like Black Hole up and stuff, but
They're going 2 Midases, so they're playing super greedy. They're going for the late game. I'm not sure this is the correct approach, but it's what they want to do.
all right, well, they're going in now, going to connect onto, well, the Witch Doctor, but Slardar is still there to break it up for Black.
He stunned Ice XY.
They get the stun now as well. With the Geek Fam coming in for more damage, Black is going to start to drop low. Sionix has shown up. They're all going to die here. And now Monkey King up on the high ground, but he's going to end up being in trouble as well. They're able to run down Ice. 3 go down for the cost of the Witch Doctor.
Black Hole just got up for anybody knowing why Enigma didn't do anything in that team fight. Actually, I take that back. He did something. He Midnight Pulse the trees and stunned his Monkey King.
Yeah.
That was hilarious to watch. And then you're diving a Medusa. I guess people don't know what Medusa does. She makes everybody just want to run away or turn to stone if you don't.
Yeah. And
Oh, they got the amp on.
that's so frustrating. Well, a great start, certainly, as we talked about, but now they're on top of Jabs, dropping the Witch Doctor ulti. The big stun comes through. Might even be able to take off Nuts. He gets the Spike Carapaces, too, onto Black. And that should signal that there is, well, some vision in the area, but man, they get 2 quick kills again in that mid lane.
Yep, and that's going to be Nyx, his Midas. Meanwhile, Raji is hunting for this Enigma. I want it. I want it. He's going to juke him. Yep.
XY able to make the escape. He got his Midas as well. It's not on his person yet, but very much, I mean, you talked about the Midases earlier and it being a little bit tough. Do you think that Geek Fam are in a position where they can try and run down the lanes and just sort of take all the objectives around the map, or do they want to play it late game as well?
I mean, what they've been doing really well for the Geek Squad is having Medusa constantly farm. That's what you want to do. Bringing her to the tower pushes. That's what you want to do. Or tower defenses. That's what you want to do. Check, check, check. So Teehee's been playing this game perfectly so far. Nyx Assassin going around, ganking. You just start doing the Nyx bombs plus the life stealer, and that's kind of what they need to do until they decide to do Roche. That's what Geek Squad should be doing. Meanwhile, for Faceless, since they're playing this super greedy lineup like this, where they have 2 Midases, they should just kind of group up-ish. Like, group up, get some information, push with the Enigma, because they don't really have that great of a split push besides Zelina. Like, Zelina's the only one that can be really on her own, trying to clear out waves.
Yeah. Well, and right now you can see that Radiant, they realize that Monkey King was down here. They see a bunch of heroes in the area. They're going to instead decide to look for kills elsewhere, and one of the places to look is over in the mid lane where Jabs is. He's playing it safe, though, at least for the moment. We'll see if he thinks about getting too aggressive again. Oh, you know what? Nyx could maybe go for a Spike Carapace play, but he's actually going for the full wraparound. Yeah, Jabs realizes what's up, though. Good decision to back out and head towards the jungle. We'll see if they can catch up with him nonetheless, though.
Yep, Face is doing a really nice job here, putting the pressure on bottom lane. Even when they have these Midases, they're knowing the map rotations perfectly. But at the same time, Geek Fam, they're getting a lot of the map too. They're going to take the mid tier 1. So that's going to favor Geek Squad because mid-tier 1s are much more valuable. But at the other side of things, they have Monkey King kind of scouting to see if there's any TPs. And then they already used the ulti on CK.
The one ulti, the one illusion feels bad. But in the meantime, they're going to drop the Monkey King ultimate. Tee dropping down low, and man, it does have 7 stick charges, so that might keep him a little bit more survivable. On the other side, Raji able to find 1 kill, but they are going to be able to bring down the Medusa. Still looking for more. Velo's going to try to chase down Jabs here. They do not have vision as of yet. The CM ulti, I mean, Nuts is doing his thing, but it's not hitting anybody, and now Jab's trying to TP away. Do they get him? Impale connects, and they find the kill. Now going to take down another. This is going to be a full team wipe. Faceless struggling to find answers for Geek Fam.
Yep, that's just... They tried everything they could, but the one thing that happened that can't happen is Medusa getting off for ulti. And they don't really have any ways to stop that unless you get a boundless strike on top of the Medusa, and then the CK stun comes out, which it didn't happen. They had to permanently stun her before she gets off the ulti. Then they can win that team fight. But because that happened, the Lina got stunned for like 3 seconds or something crazy by the Medusa, and then she wasn't able to pop her ulti on top of the Medusa fast enough to get back to the team fight and help the rest of the team.
Yeah. And, I mean, there's pieces here for Faceless that you can see them trying to put together where, like, your BKB coming up for Enigma, he's rushing that as quickly as possible because he knows that the Nyx is going to do it, as we do see Velo getting initiated on, but with the Spike Carapace and back out now, Black in some trouble. They find a stun on a Nuts on the other side. Black is going to fall most likely, but XY with a huge black hole. Is this the turnaround they need? I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, honestly. Nobody dies in the midst of that black hole.
Killed by a Wish Doctor.
Oh, God, and now XY is going to end up falling. They're taking down every damn person. Another team wipe likely to happen as soon as this Monkey King ultimate finishes. Where even is this guy? He's hanging out somewhere. Look at this tree. He's trying to run away. So Ice Ice gets out. Everybody else dies. Oh, Faceless. No, they found him. Oh, misses the crush. They still have vision. Boundless Strike still available to try and create that separation, but he doesn't have the mana for it. And they just call it off.
Yep.
My God.
They have low respawn timers for Faceless, so they have some heroes up.
Structures are fortified.
The back out. Man, 1010 was able to solo kill basically the Lina. That was crazy. Meanwhile, another kill.
Yeah, Nuts goes down. They didn't even hit the crush for that one. They just took them down regardless. And like, I mean, they are just so far ahead.
This CK pick has basically done nothing for them in team fights. It's just a walking hero that gets basically stunned up and killed by Slardar, by the Nyx assassin.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Picking CK over the Terrorblade is just, I feel, the reason why they're in this situation. Like, if they had another hero that could help split push around the map, because that's the problem with Geek Squad lineup. They have a huge, like, their whole lineup is single target focus. You have the Witch Doctor ulti, Slardar, Lifestealer, everything's single target. So what do you do against single target lineups? You split up the map, Naga, Alk, or Terrorblade. But they didn't. They have a CK who wants to join team fights, and they're not winning team fights.
And, you know, I'm going to say this, that we don't know how this game is going to turn out yet. It's certainly looking to be in Geek Fam's favor. But this is a lineup that a lot of people wouldn't have said has a chance against Faceless. It's a really good team. It's composed of a ton of veteran pros, as Black is going to get jumped on again and most likely going to die. They have a Boundless Strike to try and break it up. The stun is going to connect onto Nuts. He is going to drop as well. But, like, it just goes to show how good Southeast Asian Dota still is, that you have all of these teams that are competitive. You know, your Geek Fam, your Clutch Gamers, you know, TNC and Faceless are the ones that stand out in the highlights, but there's a lot of talent in this region.
For sure. And right now, the biggest thing for Faceless, if they want to win this game, it's going to have to be the Enigma getting the BKB and getting off a huge black hole, but still 1,000 gold away from the black hole, so Enigma, he's not going to be able to do it. And 30 seconds still on the black hole for this team fight.
They're going in for it. Sionic's going to get caught. Oh, a good jump forward, though, from Roger. The follow-up Impale. Can they burn through Jabs? They don't even need to. They're just going to focus on taking down that tower, backing out after the fact. They have the Eul Scepter lift up, still with Spike Carapace available. He gets the Laguna Blade off before the Spike Carapace comes out, and now with that, it dissuades Faceless from chasing any further, at least for the moment. Black hole up in 5. Roger, he wants to jump back in. This is a bold move. Can they take him down? It's a lot of damage on XY. He's going to fall before the black hole comes out. Black turns to fight. I don't know if it's going to be enough there. He's still alive. They have the Monkey King ultimate on top of all of this. Lina immediately back into the fray as well. He is going to drop, but it's only the Aegis. Now chasing further. They look like they're going to be able to take this one. They're on top of Nuts. He's gone.
Coconut.
Oh, Lordy. And now Ice is going to drop as well. 4 are dead yet again. Geek Fam dominant, 31-13.
That's some big balls right there going in. That's just crushed the Enigma. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna go smoke out. We're gonna get something." Oh wait, that was a huge turnaround play. We're gonna get the racks off of this now. And Faceless.
I mean, the worst thing right now for Geek Fam in this game is that they don't have another tier 3 tower to take, but they, like, honestly, they could have. That's the worst thing in the game for them at this point.
It's just Faceless not looking like a synergistic unit right now. Like, they're just in a situation where they keep getting picked off again here for jabs, just running out.
And they complete
really
the
wanted to
TP?
defend this.
I mean, XY still is a black hole, but Black is in trouble. They're going to find him again in a second. There's still this opportunity for the black hole if they want to turn back into the Spike Carapace. It connects onto XY. He's going to end up dropping now. Oh my god. From bad to worse. And now a tier 2 tower is going to drop.
Probably go high ground here. If Enigma buys back, that means that they don't have the BKB for even longer. So they also going to get Black. Ooh, no they ain't. Just barely escaped that Infest Bomb.
And, I mean, Raji locked and loaded to go in for a round 2. We'll see if they decide to go on him. Monkey King, they're pinging out that he's probably in the area. The Impale connects onto Ice. It was somewhat blind, and now he's going to get ran down. The Eul Scepter lift up. Jabs gone upon next. They take him down. Sionic godlike. He has had a hell of a game, and Raji is going to fall. They don't quite catch the second Impale. They're bleeding a little bit of kills from time to time.
That's a 403 gold, man. Can't be giving those kills away. So much money. No, but the Nyx Assassin pretty much single-handedly countering out a lot of what Faceless want to do this game. The Spike Carapaces have just been on point, and all the heroes just die. Like, CM's been dying because of it. Lina, you take a huge amount of damage. It feels like he's so afraid to cast Black Hole because he can just get Nyx stun or Nyx Carapaced. So they finally have the BKB online. All right, we can breathe a little bit. Like there's some breath left in Faceless.
Yeah, and I you know, it's feeling like it's a team that right now is they're trying to reset a little bit. They've got the items up to try and make the plays at the very least. You're really close to getting that BKB online. He's actually only 3 gold away from it, but they might not be able to wait that long. BKB is coming out right now. They don't have it as of yet. As Vela walks in, they get the crush on it too. The turnaround, the kill. Oh god! And when you lose heroes like that right before the key item, now you're not even going to be able to take the fight potentially. CM isn't going to be there for this, and Black, he's going to drop. Triple kill for Sionix. This guy has just been out of this world this game as you find a solo kill again onto Ice.
Yeah, and the reason why that was set up so perfectly was because there's no vision there for the Radiant side. When they're invading that jungle, they just put up this ward by the Witch Doctor, but they didn't have it before the smoke. And these 2 wards by the Dire side, they've made them feel safe farming there. But then all of a sudden, when the smoke brings, they know where they are.
Oh my god, it's never going to stop. Nuts is going to drop here in just a second. Actually, they decided to back out. One Charge is saving the day. I mean,
they found the Nyx.
This is, I don't know if they're going to be able to do enough, though. The Spike Carapace doesn't end up coming out. They're still there on top of XY. He's going to drop before he gets the black hole off. He popped BKB, but couldn't quite get it. Batcher coming into play. Oh, lordy. Geek Fam continuing to run away with this one. They're there. There's going to be the Stone Gaze that comes out there on top of Faceless, but doesn't look like Sionix is going to be able to find that kill. Black pops the ultimate, turns the fight, wants to take down Raji. The stun's still going to connect. They have the Maledict damage out as well. Black's starting to drop low. He's going to drop. 10-10 picks up that kill as well. Why not? Everybody from Faceless has fallen in this one. Teehee on a killing spree. Poor Nuts is going to fall here as well. 22-0-7 on Sionix. And GG is going to be called. Geek Fam knock Faceless out of the Summit 7 Southeast Asian qualifiers in the first round.
Man, if anybody... There's nobody who could have seen that coming. If anybody said that, they'd be liars. Everybody in chat, you're a liar. I don't owe any of you $1,000. Maybe I do. No, but that was a butt whooping coming. All right, so this is what's happening to Faceless. Like, they do some really nice movements here and there for like the first 12 minutes of both games, and then all of a sudden, right afterwards, the enemy team just they're not even one step ahead. They're like 3 steps ahead because Faceless just crumbled everywhere around the map this game, as well as they started crumbling everywhere around the map last game around 15 to 17 minutes. So their mid game, something's happening in their mid game. Like the decision making, it's not gelling. The teamwork's not gelling. This time the CK pick, I will blame the CK pick more on this game than anything else, because that didn't help them at all in this game.
Yeah. It was a tough one. And again, I want to reiterate this because it's something that I think a lot of people are just going to look at the result. They'll say, "Oh, Faceless beaten by tier 3 Southeast Asian team." That's not what Geek Fam is. This is a collection of veterans from across the region. You have up from the top Teehee. He was one of the founding members of TNC. Incredibly competent mid player, very aggressive player. You have Sionix as well as Raji, who are coming from that Orange Towering squad. Net at various points in times has been like the most impressive player on it. Maybe the most underrated player on his team. When he's playing for Fnatic, I felt like he was one of the best players. And then Velo, he offers a lot as well, coming from MVP Phoenix when I think back to like his Timbersaw performances. So just across the board, these guys are all very talented, and they've shown to be some of the best parts of their previous teams, and now they've come together for this team as well. So I'm really happy to see them have success. It sucks to see Faceless go out this early, but yep. Rio, next game that we have up that's after this one, Mineski versus Fnatic. How you feeling about that one?
Oh, I don't know, man. Fnatic nowadays, sometimes you feel like they're a laughing stock. It's kind of like where they've been, but hopefully they can bounce back, man. It feels like they've been, they've just been not having it. And then Mineski's always been that one team that's always been like 3rd best in SEA. And then we'll see if they're able to, start going their way up. But with these teams that are coming out of the woodworks, Geek Fam, and then all these other ones, it's just starting to feel like really weird for the SEA region. Like Clutch Gamers yesterday, we were like, what the hell? Who are these guys? And then I mean, I didn't know who like Gabby and Rappy was. And then so I'm just getting I'm just getting myself finally tuned, I guess you want to say, to the SEA region. I know like maybe like 15, maybe 20 players, but not everybody else. I don't know all these cool new cats on the block. So it's really nice to see them doing really well for themselves and gelling well with their new teams.
Totally. And I mean, that's, what these qualifiers are all about is showing these teams, really breaking out and proving themselves on the scene. So great stuff. We do have a little bit of a break. I want to double check that with the admins before we end up going live. But again, it's going to be Fnatic versus Mineski. It's the grudge match to end all grudge matches. Miracle going to face against Mineski, his old teammates there. And then, of course, we have the classic Mushi, who's going to be playing from Mineski, not Fnatic finally. And he's going to be going up against Ohio and DJ, his old teammates. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait for it. So stick around, everybody. More from the Southeast Asian qualifiers for the Summit 7 in just a few. We'll see you guys in a bit.